Okay, so this is kind of down a darker road here, but you can see they light up pretty far. So far so good. They aim downwards. They're not too blinding for people, but you can only see this far in front of you, but you're in a Jeep, so you can only see so far, which you don't really need it right on the ground. But what I'm probably going to do is run the OEM mounts and put some different fogs in there, but this is more of on a dark street, so you can see the angle of them. It's right out about here, so that's not bad. The distance isn't very bad either. So if I turn off my fogs, you can see, so I've got my fog lights wired here. You can turn them off and then on. If I turn these off, I still have significant sight distance. So what I use this for, because it rains like mad here, so I'm going to test it out in the rain and we'll see how it goes from there too. This is what you're going to expect from this fog light kit. Nice and bright. You can see road signs, all of it, okay? There's no light out here though. You can see, you can still drive with your fogs. Pretty decent lights. So this kit comes with a harness, okay? It has a relay. It has a switch, which the switch is going to be removed here. And I'm going to have the power wire T-tapped off of the battery cable I already have, okay? For the box. But this harness, it goes onto the battery. As you can see, there's 2 spots on the battery for it. That's probably fine. It's going to be whatever. I may have to redo these ends because they may not fit over the terminal. But it also comes with instructions, of course. I bought some, these are from Nilight as well. A bunch of T-taps and ends, so I'm probably going to use these for other installs and other things. I believe that's it for here. It comes with an instruction book. I'll kind of show you guys the mock-up before we get started. Okay, so this is just one of them. I still have the plastic film on them. You want to make sure that you put the bolt right here and the nut through the mount first, okay? I'll provide the link for these, and they're perfect for WJ. These generally go on bars for like ATVs, that type of thing, okay? But if you see, the mount fits perfectly on here like so, okay? So I can mount them like this and put a self-tap or a screw through it with a bolt or a nut and a bolt on it, okay? So this wire, it's going to run through the grill in the back, okay? Okay, so what I'm deciding to do is take out this one here, okay? That one there, that one there. These are all push pins, so we're going to pull out the push pins from the bottom for the bumper. I'll probably keep the plate mounted, who cares? But we're going to, well, I think I have to take the plate off too. And we have to run these ones out, which are rivets. So I'm going to see if I can get around taking the bumper off. I might see if I can take the grill off, but I mounted my lights where I wanted them and drew a dot and a dot, okay, about the same distance away, and we're going to run a hole there and a hole there. So we're going to drill 2 holes for it. I'm going to start by mounting the lights. I'm going to remove the grill and run the connectors behind it here and kind of keep them out of the way. I thought about lengthening the wire on them, but I think this is how we are going to do it, so stay tuned. Okay, so the only thing I didn't necessarily care for here, okay, was this fact right here. Okay, I've got them both mounted, but what do I have here? I have this one is a little bit off center, which can be fixed. You can shift them, so I made it so it can be shifted a little bit. I'm going to self-tap them, and I might end up running a bolt and a nut on the other side, but I don't like it that both sides, the harness is on the same side. I wasn't a very big fan of that. Plus, you can see this grommet for inside the wiring harness tends to come loose, so you have to shove it back in there. So far, If these were mounted to an ATV, I'd feel a little bit better about them. I don't mind them. The curvature of how they mount, it really isn't a problem, but you have to make sure that they don't tilt. So I'm probably gonna have to run a nut and a something that's a little more. They're secure in there, but I'm probably gonna end up pulling the whole bumper later and doing it where it fits in there a lot tighter. But until then, we have them mounted. I don't like it that this has to wrap through in here. I'm not too big of a fan of that, okay? After looking for my fucking camera for about 2 hours, finally found it. I stuck it to the bottom of the car. So, we've got our stuff wired here, okay? I'm gonna turn on the light. But I'm wired up. I'm gonna be putting 2 self-taps, one here and one here. Until then, I have them mounted in by screws and they're holding, okay? So tomorrow I'm gonna go get some self-taps for it. But I am busy trying to run my wire here and do it so it still mates. So I'm gonna have to figure this part out. I've got one here. One of my connectors went bad, okay? So we'll talk about that. But what we have here is the negative is hooked up, okay? The positive is right here, and it does not reach from the firewall. So you have a choice. You can extend your wire from there to there, which I may do. And my power wire for the box came off, so what I'm probably going to do is run another closed eye, but I may lengthen this wire just by a little bit so it can reach, okay? So just by a little bit. So I tapped my relay off of here, okay? Which also kind of screws up my negative and positive mounting in the back. I can cut here and do this. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to find a place to do that, but I think I'm going to do it along maybe that side. This is a very full engine bay, so you can see on this side I have this running down, which is the part for the switch, but I'm going to be running, I need to zip tie a lot of this stuff and make sure it's good, but I've got this kind of out of the way, so I just need to do a lot of tucking, and I'm going to be taking this piece out again, and I'm going to snip, I'm going to take these wires and my negative here, I'm going to go ahead and ground it, so I'm probably going to stick it right on there with another closed eye, okay? My accessory, which is the white wire here, is going to go through the wall, okay? My power wire, I am going to do a 3-way tap off of this here, but right before the firewall. So I'm going to leave as much wire as I can in here, but for now I'm going to be doing a zip tie job and getting things ready for tomorrow. Okay, so what we got here is zip tied up across the back, okay? And I'm probably going to leave it like that and not worry about heat or anything of that sort. I don't think I'm going to have a problem. If I do, I will reroute my wire or wrap it. So therefore, looks good to me. I'm going to snip all these ties for here. I have not hooked these up yet, so I still have to get these through, but I might end up just running through the grill and screw it. Not going to be good, but the wire for this I tucked around the front of the AC condenser in there. I'm going to come up with something that is a little bit more effective, so I'll probably pull this grill back out like so and run these wires, but I may run them along the top here, so I may zip tie the cord across the top. That's probably what I'm going to do. So this top cord that runs from here to here, I may leave it in there free floating, but you can see it kind of free floats in there. I'm not really too happy about it. I do know that I wasn't happy about this right here, and somebody else made a complaint about this, that their connectors are trash. So I can confirm to you that their connectors are trash. I'm not happy with Nilight's connectors. I haven't connected these yet, but I'm not happy with those at all. When it comes to the switch, I mean, here's what I'm going to tell you, okay? Look at the length of this wire, okay? This is not enough wire to get to a dash, dude. It's just not. I don't know why, but there's a few things that I would say that I would change about these. The first thing that I would change is the length of the wires from the harness. And if I were to put that through there, I would probably only get to about right here where the plug is, because this plug can't go through the firewall. So there's another problem. So you only have what, maybe 2 to 3 feet of wire, which is not enough. Mine's going to a switch box, so this wire is going to have to be lengthened. This one's going to tap here. My ground is going to go here. But I'm not too happy about it. The switch itself, I'm not even going to use it. So I'm using the switch box, not the switch. But I'll keep the switch if I want to use it for something else. So these are my complaints with it so far. And to be honest with you, if I could have gone with a different company, I probably would have. The mounts itself, they fit really well in here, but I wasn't really happy about it. It was made for an ATV, of course, but I wasn't really happy about the hardware that was sent to me, the way they mount. I wasn't happy about it. The WJ itself seems kind of like a difficult application for it.
Alright, y'all, so the next day showed up, alright? And, well, inevitably. But I went and got some ring terminals for 5/16 stud for the battery. I've had some issues with various things, so this will be the only other thing that I needed to get the fog lights wired up.
Alright, so I ran a T-tap right here to my fusible link. This is my power wire. I decided to keep a single power wire and run a T-tap off of it. I stripped the wire in there just to get a good connection. So I'm going to wrap this really quick, and let's hook up some power last. I'm going to run my switch next, but this is the T-tap kit from Nilight. I kind of screwed up a couple of them. Well, maybe not that one, but this one I kind of bent up, so screwed a couple of these. So I ran through a couple connectors doing it. But this is a good kit to buy, because if these connectors crap out on you when you're crimping them, which they should come pre-crimped anyway, they don't. So you want to use one of this. I think this was the one right here that didn't work for me, so I pulled it from the kit and it worked just fine. So buy this kit, you'll use it for other things. Okay, so I ended up running ground wire for the switch. So I pulled the harness apart with the insulation. I pulled the insulation out, and I have an accessory and a hot wire. So I'm going to be running my accessory wire first, and I may just tap my power wire off of the box wire and go from there, and we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure if I actually need this power wire or not. So here we are. I ran the wire through the dash and crimped a new wire on. You can see the second wire in there, that coming to the firewall. We've got the accessory wire for it. Okay, now you can see it. Let's see if we can grab it here. There we go. Got ourselves a wire. And after enough tries, it came through, so